Hey guys, welcome to Ernest Cole Fishing. I am, as always, the bass man Ernest Cole, and I don't like that intro. We're gonna do it again. Hey guys, welcome to Ernest Cole Fishing. I am the bass man Ernest Cole, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to fish a Ned rig. Hey guys, before I get into the lure and the line and the rod and the reel and how to set this up and fish this, please give me a subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and hit that little bell down there. That'll let you know as soon as I upload a video so you guys can be the first to watch it. Alright guys, before we get into actually how to fish this Ned rig, let me show you guys the bait and what it's all about. This is a finesse TRD from Z-Man. Got a pack right here. And this is the Ned rig. You wouldn't think that something this small would catch a lot of fish, but let me tell you though, folks, this time of year, tough conditions, water's up and down, weather's up and down, this right here has been my saving grace a lot of days. Let me show you the jig head. Now you guys can use a Z-Man finesse shrooms head. They come weedless and non-weedless, but me personally, I like to use this Flatlands Custom Tackle Ned rig. This is weedless, totally weedless. You rig it just like you do a Texas rig. And it really comes through the wood and the rock really good. I've got hung up a couple times a day, and all it took was just a quick pop on my rod tip and it come right out. I have used the Z-Man. I like those, not saying anything bad about those, but this is just what I prefer. It's I think it's like a 1/0 hook, light wire, really stays on there really good, so that's what I like. All right, let's talk about rod setup with the Ned rig. Now, most of the time when you see people fishing a Ned rig, they're going to fish it on a spinning reel, and I do as well. If I've got a couple different colors rigged up, I will rig up one on a spinning reel. But if I'm just fishing one color that seems to be really on fire for a particular day, I'll put it on my bait casting reel. And what I've got is an S&H Outcast Lou Williams Signature Series Ned rig rod. Now this rod was designed specifically for the Ned rig, so you guys may say, well, you know, is that too light a weight to throw on a bait caster? No, I've threw this on different sizes. Works really well. The reel and line is also good key. I've got a Lou's reel, 8-pound S&H Outcast fluorocarbon. I really like fluorocarbon, and that light line for this application. I can just bomb this out here and I can throw it pretty much as far as I want to. We'll throw it on a Outcast spinning rod as well. If like I said, if we've got a couple different colors, I'm trying to figure out what the fish want, but by and large it's going to be on this Lou Williams Signature Series S&H Outcast rod. Alright, we went over the gear. Now let's show you how to fish it. First thing I'm going to do, make a cast, obviously, and what I do, I'm going to just let it sit for just a second. I'm going to let that bait sink to the bottom and let it sink. These Z-Man Finesse TRDs, they're very buoyant, and when they go down to the bottom, they go nose first and they stay nose first. That's because the Z-Man plastics, they do float. Some people use a Cinco or a Yum Dinger or some other type of stick bait and just cut the ends of them off to make their own Ned rig, and that's okay, but those things are most of the time loaded with salt and they will sink, and a lot of times I've gotten hung up a lot more with those Yum Dingers or Cincos than I have with the Z-Man plastic. Alright, back to business. Like I said, I make a long cast and I'll just let it sink to the bottom, whatever depth I'm fishing, 2 foot or 20 foot. And I'll just cast it out and let it sink. And what that's going to do, as I said, with the Z-Man plastic floating, it's going to go nose down and it's going to stay up, floating up. Then what I do is I'll just give it just very little hops and pops as I'm coming back. And I'm not trying to really move the bait towards me as much as I'm just trying to make that bait just kind of jump up and down, and that's going to mimic a crawfish or a small bait fish or a bluegill, and that really attracts those fish. Let me take you to a clip right now of earlier today and show you working the bait and actually catching a fish on this Ned rig. Alright. Get that on the old Ned rig there. That thing is on fire right now. Look at that, boys and girls. Alright guys, you can see that action as I was working it. I was just short pops and just letting it sit for a second. Most of the bites today have been coming when I pause it, just a short pops and pause just for a second. And today the bites have not been like, you wouldn't feel that traditional just tick or thump. It's mostly just the weight that I've been feeling. And as a matter of fact, the last tournament that I fished, and I'll put the link up here so you guys can go back and watch that, we did catch all of our fish on the Ned rig, and it's the same bite. They would just pick it up and move it out of the bed, or right now we're in a pre-spawn state. I think those fish are kind of getting ready to spawn, and they're fanning out their beds, and so they're just picking it up. Some of them was just killing it, but once they did, they didn't really take the bait. They were just trying to just kill it like they will a crawfish. But today the bites have just been, you know, they'll pick it up and have it, you just see your line move or feel the extra weight. So you might have to experiment with this if you've never used a Ned rig before, to kind of get used to how it feels. Also guys, in addition to just you know, popping that and letting it sit, if I'm fishing really shallow and it's real rocky, I'll just kind of drag it almost like a Carolina rig, and just so I can feel every little bump down there and every little rock, stick. Got a lot of bites that way as well. Alright guys, I know that was kind of short and sweet on the review and how-to on this, but you know, there's just kind of a do-nothing lure. It just kind of sits there on the bottom and jumps up and down. It's not like a crankbait or spinnerbait where you can change your cadence a lot, or at least that's what I've had in my experience with it. But if you get a chance, guys, go pick you up a couple of Z-Man Finesse TRDs and a couple of Flatland Custom Tackle jig heads. I'll leave a link to that below as well. You guys can check those out. I'll also leave a promo code below to where you guys can get 10% off these jig heads from Flatland's Custom Tackle. Check out the Lou Williams Signature Series S&H Outcast rod. Get out on water, try this out for yourself, and I promise you guys, on those tough, finessey days, this will help you guys out a lot. As always, like, share, comment, guys. I appreciate all the support I've gotten. Be sure to subscribe as well. You know, that way that helps me out, and hit that little bell. That'll notify you when I upload a video, so you guys can check those out. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I am the Bass Man, Ernest Cole, and we'll see you guys down the road.